Hey guys, what's going on? What does a social media manager do? That's the question that we're going to discuss today. I'm going to give you all of the juicy goodness that will help you identify a good social media manager from maybe those that you might want to reconsider before you give them a hire. I'm Heather Hyman with Sweet Tea Social Marketing, founder of Social Thrive Business Academy, as well as author of The Golden Rules of Social Media Marketing. And what I have found in my 20 years of experience in the digital marketing and online space is that it takes time to grow a great brand. And social media can be a fantastic piece of that puzzle for any business or nonprofit. And so what I want to share with you today is a little bit about what that journey looks like and what does a social media marketing manager do. Now, first of all, I like to be super clear and let people know I do social media strategy as a key focus of what I do. I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I'm a coach. I've got a community of people that I teach on an ongoing basis. I teach at a local university, and I love letting people know that there has to be strategy behind doing your social media well, because it is actual marketing from a business or nonprofit's perspective. So when you think, what does a good social media manager do? Today, I'm going to share with you a couple of those things. So one of the things that a good social media manager does is they are very good at knowing the audience that's going to be receiving the information. It's not just about content creation and community management and listening, and we're going to talk about all those things, but it's really knowing the exact ideal target audience for a particular organization. So if you are hiring someone to be your social media manager, you want to ask yourself, how well versed or how familiar are they with the actual not only product or service that we have for sale, but the people that we want to resonate with, because that's going to be a huge factor as it relates to their ability to resonate with, make communication, and build relationship with those particular people. So beyond just the space of knowing what they want to ultimately be able to identify, or the needs and the problems and the pain points, let's go over some of those things of the things to do list, so to say, for a social media manager. So one of those is going to be the content management. That is coming up with what is actually going to get posted, identifying where it's going to get posted, whether you are on one social media platform or multiple. And then once you have identified what that content management is, having calendars, cadence meaning how often will you be posting, what does that look like, and making sure that they come up with a plan of actually being able to execute the content, because it's not just a matter of doing postings. That is not social media management done well. That is just someone saying, I've posted. Having a plan in place as to what it is, how it looks like, and how it can be replicated and continually done in an ongoing, efficient way is what is super important. The next thing you have to ask yourself as a social media manager is, how much are you doing of content creation versus content curation? So a quick little breakdown: creation means that your social media manager might actually be creating content for you, whether that be in the form of blog post type social media posts, meaning long form posts, whether it's them creating graphics, whether it's them compiling and creating video for the social media marketing plan, and how much of that content creation do they actually have experience with. Not all social media managers are created equal, and I don't mean that in any disrespect, but someone that literally is like, how do I make money quickly, and I've got no experience in the online marketing space, and I have no in web design experience, I have no graphic design experience, is not going to be coming to the table to the same thing as someone else that may have a lot of experience in those areas. So you, as the business owner that may be watching this video, has to ask yourself, what am I asking of that content creation versus creating content? Curating content would be, for example, if there's something that exists already, whether it's on social media, whether it's on Google, it's great information, but maybe it's created by someone else, maybe an influencer in your space, maybe somebody that's well respected by your audience. Well, then you maybe share that content whether it's a link to their website or it's a link to their Facebook business page. And maybe you add one or two sentences as to maybe why you're sharing that and maybe the relevance or importance of it. So, what that balance looks like from a social media manager's perspective is going to make a big difference regarding how much time it's going to take for them to do social media management well for an organization. You have to also take into consideration that you need to be analyzing the data. Too many people just think that a social media manager is that person that checks a box and that there are a certain number of posts that go onto your page. But a good social media manager is going to also be analyzing the data, looking and saying what's working. When we do posts in the evenings, is that performing better? When we ask these certain types of questions, do we get lots of really great engagement? Do we have more traction when we do these types of posts? And you will then be able to communicate that to your audience by creating either a report or ultimately saying, we're willing to modify, we're willing to adjust and say, this after 6 weeks of testing is proving to be more successful. So guess what? We're going to do more of that. And not just necessarily a social media manager that is more robotic and like you've paid X amount of money and this is what you get and you don't throw a fit. Because at the end of the day, you want your dollars to be being put to good use. And when you have a good social media manager that is on your team, they are looking at the data and they're saying, in addition to just looking at it, how are we going to implement change into what we're doing so we'll be able to get better results for our clients? You know, when I sit down with my clients that I've had the chance to work with for years, I love the ability to say to them, hey, we have grown your page by this percentage. Hey, we've been able to generate this number of leads. Hey, we've been able to identify that your audience, for whatever reason, loves photos more so than videos. So even though a lot of the information that may be out there for lots of us to take in, I'm taking into consideration what your particular audience loves and they like this, so we're going to do more of that. And so we're able to pivot and to monitor and to make those adjustments accordingly. Another good social media manager is going to be paying attention by listening and making sure that they are moderating your social media content. Whether you use awesome free resources like Google Alerts and you check to see, is your company, is your brand, maybe your leader, your CEO, are they being talked about or mentioned in the news? Also making sure that you are looking at content that's being published by other people that are commenting and engaging or even sharing your post. Is it appropriate? Making sure that they have strengthened privacy settings. So if someone maybe uses particular language on your Facebook page, that it will automatically be able to be hidden rather than maybe go unseen and possibly seen by people you don't want to see. So making sure that a good social media manager is moderating and listening in order for your brand to be able to have the best possible result with your social media. Another thing that a good social media manager is doing is making sure that you as a business are getting excellent brand awareness. You want to be able to thrive in your business by more people being able to know that you exist. Doesn't matter product-based, service-based, what this is true is the more people that have you and your business top of mind, the more likelihood that people will be to think of you, to make referrals to you and to engage with you in your page. So when you have a social media manager that has that top of mind, they are including that in their actual strategy for your brand. Now, I also want to encourage you to know that lead generation is super important. So a good social media manager is making sure that the business goals that you are trying to accomplish are aligned in some fashion with you being able to generate more leads. For some people, that is growing their email list. For some people, that is generating maybe discovery calls, or it's generating people that want to get a free download that you have available because you are going to ultimately maybe follow up with those people either through direct messages, or you are going to ultimately have an opportunity to reach out to them with either your products or your services through an ongoing email sequence where you would nurture and grow those connections. So I always like to let my customers know that your social media manager needs to be having content that is generating leads for your business. Now, does that mean that that is the only way that you're going to evaluate whether social media is working or not working for your business? Absolutely not. There are many factors that you take into consideration, but you want to, as a business, be generating more leads by your increased visibility in social media. And then the last thing I really want to share is a good social media manager is also paying attention to community engagement. They are not only doing posts and checking those boxes, but they are then responding to people that are commenting. They're thanking those people that are sharing your content. They're maybe even asking follow-up questions and genuinely caring. Good social media managers are people that are kind, that have empathy, and genuinely enjoy people. If you personally are a business owner and you're watching this and you say, I hate social media, but I value social media marketing as a means for me to grow my business. Well, first of all, I just want to commend you for just even acknowledging that that's how you feel about social media. And that does not mean that you can't be successful. And in fact, you may be better served by having someone on your team, maybe it being a social media manager, that you come alongside that's able to say, hey, I get it. This isn't your thing. No problem. Guess what? It is my thing. And this is what I love. But also good social media managers, and this is what we love to do with our clients, is we love to say, hey, guess what? Our expertise is social media, it is strategy, it is engagement, and it is getting your business goals accomplished by what we're trying to do on social media. You are the expert at what your field of business is, whether that means you are the pharmacist, whether you are the lawyer, whether you are the lawn mowing company, or you are the local Italian restaurant. So my job, or your social media manager's job, is to come to you, get that information and say, I need answers to these questions. I need video content about this. I need your expertise so I can kind of channel that to make sure that we get that information not only onto your social media, but we're able to do it in a voice that's authentic and true to your brand. You all, if you've been around any time, you know that I am a huge believer of businesses really trying to embrace and understand the power of social media and being able to understand how it works and having more people on your team and in your organization liking it and embracing it, and at least being aware of where you are on social media, what your social media handles are. So those people that are forward facing with all of your customers are able to at least guide people to where you as a business are on social media. But a good social media manager is able to communicate that to business owners so that they can better offer good customer service. So if they've got a local brick and mortar and they could have signage in their store as to saying, we're on Facebook, come follow us here. Or maybe there's special offers that you put out on social media that only people that might follow you on social would come to even know about. So all of these things are factors that you want to take into consideration when you are looking to hire someone to bring on as your social media manager. Make sure that they have a strategy in place, and make sure that they, even though they may have a done for you service, that they are partnering with you because it's your voice and it is your vision that you're trying to see grow and spread on social media. And you don't want that to be just someone that is, quote, checking a box or maybe doing a certain number of posts and you saying to yourself, oh, I'm good. We have a feed that is consistent and is current. But what you want to pay closer attention to is what is being posted. Is it resonating with your audience? And all of these things are things that you want to take into consideration. Now, if you currently are looking for a social media manager, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us at sweettSocialMarketing.com/contact. Just so you know, we only take on 6 clients at any given time because I'm here to tell you, doing social media for clients is not my core business model. What we love to do is to train businesses and people, quote, wearing the social media hat, how they can do it and how they can be more effective. So if you're at the place where you're like, I don't want to hire someone, I want to be able to do it at a cost that is more affordable, and I want to be more informed, and I want my team to be able to get great information from someone I trust, you might be interested in my Social Thrive Business Academy. And you can check that out by going to joinsocialthrive.com. We'll have all of the links in the comments below, whether you're looking for someone to be your social media manager or you are looking to get better at actually doing social media better yourself. I'm excited to be able to offer you those resources. So right here in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. How are you currently going about doing social media? How do you feel about it? Do you already have a social media manager? Do you love them? How's it working out? Can't wait to continue this conversation with you here below. I am Heather Hyman, coming to you from sunny Columbia, South Carolina, where I love to show up not only as a wife and mom, loving my kids and loving my family, but being able to come alongside amazing business leaders just like you that are unashamedly Jesus followers and want to thrive in their business. Thanks for being here. Again, remember to make sure that you subscribe, continue to follow us, and hey, if you have other friends that you know that may be looking to grow their business, feel free to share this video with anybody else that you think could benefit from it. Take care.